I couldn't make a connection of how those books could end up with him. Magnus Carlsen says this is a brilliant book. Gary Kasparov read it in his childhood. Hello dear friends, how are you all doing today? Candidate Master Ranveer Mohite here, and in this video I want to talk about a common mistake that many players make. I wasn't going to make this video at first, but something very interesting happened to me and to one of my family friends, and that forced me to make this video because I feel many chess players are making these mistakes. Professionals make it as well, and I would say more casual players and adult improvers make this a lot. The story goes, a few years ago, this friend of mine, he wanted to improve his chess. So naturally what he did is he brought 3 books for himself and he started reading them. He found them boring, he didn't understand much, and he stopped reading them. A couple of days ago, before I recorded this video, my friend sends me those books. My friend literally gifts me this book. He's like, okay, I don't know what to do with them. Here you go, take it. When I understood which books he was reading and which book he has sent me, I was surprised. Like, my jaw literally dropped. I couldn't make a connection of how those books could end up with him. It was that bizarre. Were those books bad? Absolutely not. They are very good books. In fact, I would say they are rated very highly in the world of chess, and they even helped me they helped play a big role in me crossing 2200 and in eventually becoming a candidate master. Now, I don't want to name the books because I don't want this video to go in the direction of defaming someone or defaming someone's work. But I want to raise an important question, an important point. Why did it happen that I read the 3 books and I got great results? And why did it happen that my friend read those 3 books and why didn't he get good results? If you want, you can post your answer in the comment. Okay, so the reason is very simple. When I read those 3 books, I was rated around 1900 FIDE ELO, which roughly translates to 2100 online. When my friend read those books, he was rated around 700 online. So basically what was happening is my friend was reading a book that is not meant for his level. Okay, so imagine you're studying a subject. You are, let's say, studying mathematics. You're in the 1st grade. Would you go and buy a book that is meant for 7th graders? No, you're not going to understand anything about it. What you should be doing is you should be reading a book that is meant for 1st graders. Okay, now tell me how many times this has happened with you. You've asked your friend, hey, how should I improve my chess? Your friend goes, oh, you know what, there is this fine book that I'm reading. Magnus Carlsen says this is a brilliant book. Gary Kasparov read it in his childhood. So you get very excited and you go and you buy that book. How many times have you done it? I've been guilty of it too. I'm not gonna lie. Instead, what you should be doing is you want to consume resources that are meant for your level. So for example, you are, let's say, 1200 online. Now you want to consume books or you want to consume resources that are written specifically for people who are in the 1200 rating range. This also applies to your training. Recently, for example, I read a very beautiful article. The title of the article itself will tell you, what you should be doing. Why you shouldn't train like a grandmaster. Okay, written by a grandmaster, Grandmaster Noel Studder. Even in training, you want to train based on your level, not on what, let's say, someone who's much ahead of you does. Now, another question you may have is, what your strength is, what your rating is. So based on that, which book should you be reading or which resources should you be consuming? For example, let's say you are 1300 online and you want to let's say understand which are the resources that are meant for 1300 players. So in this case, I'll leave you with 2 options because I think this can be a big video in itself on which book recommendations, which resources to consume. But what I'll do instead is I'll leave you with 2 recommendations. First of all, I'll recommend you to check out the study plans at Chessmood. Let me give you a full disclosure. I work at Chessmood, but all the opinions that I've expressed here are completely my personal views. And at the same time, the study plans at Chessmood are something that I genuinely believe are very nicely written, very nicely structured, and they have also proven results on how you can, on how players have actually improved their game. Okay, so it's based on actual stuff, on real stuff that works. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Another thing that I'll suggest you is ask an experienced coach, especially a coach who has worked with players around your level. Don't ask your friends, even though don't ask your friend who's a player and who's on the same level as you. Okay, and the reason for that is your friend, let's say you are 1300, he's also 1300. Your friend may read a book on tactics and he will improve his rating quickly. Why? Because let's say, for example, he may be struggling at tactics, so he picks a book that teaches how to study tactics. He reads it and he gets better. Whereas in your case, your tactics may be very good, so you don't need to read the same book on tactics. You may have to read a book on positional play or on some opening. Okay, I've usually discovered from my experience that chess players usually are always trying to solve their own problems. So getting advice from them may not be the best thing. It's much better if you can get advice from, let's say, a professional coach who works with players around your level. So yeah, I hope next time someone tells you that you have to read a certain book because it's very good, it's nicely written, I hope you pause, you think over it, and you make a good choice, you make a very rational choice. Thank you very much for watching the video till here. If you liked it, do smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.